Hey guys, Drutter here, January 30th, 2021, and I'm going to talk a little bit about silver today. You're looking at the silver chart on the screen. This is the weekly chart, and it goes back the better part of a year, about 9 months or so, I guess. And as you can see, we were stable at about $18 for a long time, and that went back for years. In fact, we'd been stable between, I think it went down to 14 bucks at the bottom, and it was up to in the 20s a few times, and it was sort of just ranging in there for years after the big move to 50 and back, and all the manipulation that has been going on since then, and even then, but since then more and more in silver and gold. And now there was, of course, the dip down to $12, which was very brief. If anyone managed to buy in there, it was during the lockdown and there was nothing open, and so it was very tough to buy physical metal. But if anyone did buy in there, then congratulations to them. But it did recover quickly from there, and then just before it broke out from that $18 level again, I made a video and I said this looks like, just on the chart and the fundamentals, looks like the moment for silver, and I don't know if it's going back down to this price again. Basically, I'll put a link down to that video below, but it immediately, as you can see, shot up to $29 or so, and then stabilized at about 22 in the over the past few months, September, October, November, and here in December and now into January, it looks like it's about to retest that $29 level soon and break out. So at least on the chart, that's looking very bullish. So I'm calling again, once again, I'm saying, if you don't have physical silver, this may be another moment to buy some. I don't know when it will be this cheap again. I can't predict it, obviously, and I'm not an advisor, obviously, but this is appearing to be an important moment on the chart for silver. There could be a breakout here well into the 30s, easily, just on the technicals alone. And then if you want to talk about fundamentals, there is a major story. The guys on Reddit, they are the ones that blew up the GameStop stock recently. You must have heard about that last week. It's all over the news, and in fact, they're calling these people terrorists and stuff because they blew up the stock market, I guess. But they've done it legally. They did nothing wrong, so it's very strange. They're just basically beating the banks at their own game, at destroying anyone who's going on these naked short positions, which for years we've talked about as being, just basically immoral. It's if you even believe in the stock market at all, this is the shittiest, the most immoral part of the stock market, pretty much. Well, pretty much. And I'm just going to read you a section. I'll put the link down below to this Zero Hedge article that talks about it, but this is a section of it. It says, these are the guys, they call them WallStreetBets. These are the guys that are deciding where to go next after GameStop, and they say here, silver bullion market is one of the most manipulated on earth. This is one of their posts, apparently. Zero Hedge is quoting them. Any short squeeze in silver paper shorts would be epic. We know bullion banks are manipulating gold and silver. We know that, and yes, that's true. That has come out. A lot of people still don't know, even maybe watching this channel. It is mainstream knowledge. It cannot be denied. It is in all the mainstream news. It's just that a lot of people still don't know. It's not, it's been in the news, but it's just not pushed. It's not repeated. It's not talked about again. But gold and silver are very manipulated. We know that. And then they go on to say, both the industrial case and monetary case, debt printing has never been more favorable for the number one inflation hedge, silver. Inflation-adjusted silver should be at $1,000 instead of $25. That's their opinion, but a lot of people do agree with numbers like that. And then he says, why not squeeze SLV to real physical price? Think about the gains. And if you don't care about the gains, think about the banks like JP Morgan you'd be destroying along the way. Is buying silver bullion and destroying JP Morgan ring a bell to anybody? Isn't that the buy silver bullion crash JP Morgan campaign that was going on in, I don't remember when it was, 2009, 2011, somewhere back there, 2010? We did that campaign, and a lot of us participated. We did buy silver bullion and stack it away back then, and we were trying to crash JP Morgan back then. It didn't happen back then. I I brought this up again about a year ago. I said, let's do a 2020 version. I said, let's do it now. We can do this now. And people said, no, it cannot happen. But it looks like now in 2021, now is the right time, according to these guys that have blown up GameStop and DogeCoin and a few other things. Now they're turning their sights on silver. So if you look down below, it shows that silver was up $2 last week, and that's because some of them are already starting to get in on it. They're buying a little bit of silver now at these prices because they are planning on their forums, I guess on Reddit and so on, sites that I don't use, but they are planning this as soon as the market opens, I think. On Sunday night it'll be for me, Monday morning for other people around the world. But so that is a very important story that could take silver and gold to, I don't know, that could be a revaluation essentially from this point on. This may be one of the biggest stories yet. So this could be that big moment for silver bullion. And I'm not going to tell you what to do, but for me, if I had extra cash that I wasn't using for anything else and it was just in savings, I would move a bit of that cash savings into precious metals savings, especially silver bullion, physical, in hand, in safe physical silver bullion, bars, coins, and rounds. That's just what I would do, but we'll see what happens, and this is going to be a very interesting week, so I'm going to leave it there. But I want to show you now these really cool gold bars, small tiny gold bars that have been flattened into notes. They're called gold backs, and each one is 1/1000th of a troy ounce. So if you stack up 1,000 of these, of course you have your bar of gold, 1 ounce, troy ounce bar of gold. But these are the Nevada ones, but apparently they will be doing one for each state, and they are even going to do Canada as well soon. But I saw these and they were at a low premium, so I thought I would pick them up, and I think they are pretty darn cool. So I think that's just an idea, maybe an idea of how gold can be used still as currency. These actually are, people are buying, selling, and trading and spending these in some places. There are entire businesses or entire malls, for example, that are taking these at their gold value. You can, there's no face value, but they do have the value of gold. They're 1/1000th of an ounce. And so I thought that was pretty cool. Wanted to show you. But yeah, this will be an interesting week for silver especially. Check the article down below. Interested to hear your comments. Talk to you guys soon.